10,000 dreams nearly died. Crushed under the weight of poverty, corruption, and a system designed to keep them down. But then, a lifeline. $100 million. Tony Elumelu, a name synonymous with African ambition, gambled on the continent's greatest resource, its people. This is the untold story of how one man's audacious vision birthed a new generation of African millionaires. They say Africa is rising. A continent of potential, untapped resources, and a youthful energy that promises to reshape the global landscape. But behind the glossy headlines and optimistic forecasts lies a hidden truth. A truth about the barriers, the gatekeepers, and the systemic challenges that suffocate dreams before they even have a chance to breathe. For generations, the narrative has been one of aid dependency, of handouts and interventions. A narrative that perpetuates the very problems it claims to solve. But what if the solution wasn't outside, looking in? What if the answer lay within, in the ingenuity and ambition of Africa's own sons and daughters? Think about it. The sheer audacity of daring to build something from nothing. To navigate crumbling infrastructure, navigate complex regulations, and compete on a global stage with limited access to capital. The odds are stacked against them. Yet, they persist. They innovate. They thrive. And that's where our story truly begins. It's a story of one man's audacious vision and the ripple effect of a single, powerful idea. How to unlock the potential of a continent, not through charity, but through empowerment. How to create not just jobs, but job creators. Imagine a scenario: you're a small business owner in Lagos, Nigeria. You've got the drive, the passion, and a brilliant idea, but access to funding is a mirage in the distance. The banks demand collateral you can't provide. The investors are hesitant. The future looks bleak. Now, imagine a lifeline. A chance to pitch your dream, to receive the seed capital you desperately need, and to be mentored by seasoned entrepreneurs. This isn't a fairy tale. This is the reality that thousands of African entrepreneurs have experienced thanks to one groundbreaking initiative. But here's the twist. It's not just about the money. In fact, the money is almost secondary. Wait, what? The story of African wealth isn't just about numbers, it's about legacy. For too long, the narrative has been dictated from without, fortunes built extracting and exporting, rarely investing in the ingenuity and potential of the continent itself. But that tide is turning. Look at Aliko Dangote. He didn't build a $20 billion empire by copying European models. He built it by doing what they refused to do, investing in large-scale manufacturing across Africa, from cement plants in Nigeria to sugar refineries in Zambia. He saw a need, an opportunity, and most importantly, he believed in the capacity of Africans to build and manage it. Dangote understood a fundamental truth: lasting wealth isn't about taking resources of Africa, it's about creating value Africa. It's about building industries, creating jobs, and empowering communities. It's about Africans solving African problems. This shift in mindset is crucial, particularly now. With a rapidly growing population, projected to be 2.5 billion by 2050, and a young, ambitious workforce, Africa stands at a pivotal moment. We can either become a continent perpetually reliant on external aid, or we can unleash the entrepreneurial spirit of our people and build a future of shared prosperity. The old model, where multinational corporations profited from Africa's resources while leaving behind minimal infrastructure and limited opportunities, is simply unsustainable. The future demands a new playbook, one written by Africans, for Africans. A playbook that prioritizes local innovation, sustainable development, and inclusive growth. And here's where it gets interesting. What if I told you that the man who helped build Dangote's early success, that very architect of his game-changing cement operations in 2007, was none other than Tony Elumelu himself? So, 10 years, 10,000 entrepreneurs. That's the Tony Elumelu Foundation's legacy, and it's more than just a number. It's about rewriting the African narrative. It's about showing the world that African innovation isn't a future possibility, it's a present reality, fueled by Africans, for Africa. The Elumelu model proves that targeted investment in our own people, coupled with mentorship and opportunity, is a potent catalyst for economic transformation. It's a blueprint we can all learn from and adapt to our own context. Want to unlock more secrets of African wealth creation? Deep dive into exclusive content, connect with like-minded individuals, and access actionable insights with our insider membership at panafric.com/membership.html, only $9 a month. Because understanding and replicating success stories like this is how we collectively build a more prosperous Africa. Subscribe for more African wealth stories. Globe showing Europe Africa Money Bag.